So we're here in the North Kafue in Lunga Busanga, which is a game management area where hunting takes place. We've got 4 scouts that are out on motorbikes every day. These scouts are financed by hunters that come hunting here. This is a muzzleloader that they brought in yesterday, homemade. Okay, so this would be used to shoot something like the buffalo that we found the remains the other day. Basically, they take a steering rod or a galvanized water pipe, and they actually thin it down. They bend it into like a cone shape, so that it'll have a little hole in the back here. So what they would do is they've made some homemade powder. This is charcoal here, okay, and this is saltpeter that they mix together to make the gunpowder. So they would load that gunpowder into this muzzle loader here. They'll load it from the top. What they'll do is they'll put their homemade gunpowder, they'll put a wad, which is a piece of cloth, they'll put down there. Then they'll put a few lead balls in there, and on top of the lead balls they'll put another piece of cloth so that they don't fall out. They'll put the wads in. This is a ramrod. So they'll put that stuff in there, and then they'll put this down there, and they'll beat it in there to make it all nice and firm and compress it. It's important that it's compacted so that the powder will ignite properly and make an explosion. Because if it burns too slowly, then there will be no explosion, which will fire the lead balls out of there. Now to load it, I've just cocked it. They would take one of these caps here from a cap gun, and they would, apart from the sulfur in there, they would use the match heads also in there, and then they would stick it here in the breech. So once they put that there, there's the powder and the wads and the steel shot inside there. You can see that piece of nail moving up and down. That will cause that bolt to come off that little pin and hit the back of the barrel. And to make that capsule ignite, they just pull the trigger like this, and that impact will ignite the powder, the black powder inside the gun, and set off the charge, which would set off the pellets into the animal that they're hunting. This is just a local piece of wood that they fashioned into a stock, made by one of the gunsmiths in the villages here. No sights, so they've got to get in very, very close, and they just point that barrel at the animal. So yeah, very rudimentary, but it works, and they kill a lot of animals with it. So we've got 2 muzzle loaders here that have been collected by our people, and like I said, the saltpeter with this charcoal here from a certain tree that's high in sulfur is made into the powder, and this little thing here is a charge already prepared, so that when he's out there, he's got his measure of powder already ready to reload the gun. And then a lot of this hunting takes place at night. You'll see just a torch with some batteries here. He must wear it for a lot of hours because he's even put some padding here to keep it on his head there, comfortable against his head. So yeah, they hunt at night, get close to the animals, and shoot them.